Now the X, keep the following in mind. Since in the 16th century, Nahuatl was being recorded using Spanish letters, that sh sound, which actually was used in Spanish, 16th century Spanish, was represented in Spanish using an X. So for example, Jimenez, the surname, at that time was pronounced in Spanish Ximenez, Ximenez, and spelled with an X, Ximenez. In time, the sound changed. From she, it went to he. In other words, the position of the tongue in the palate moved. So sh, it moved back a bit, right? It was palatalized. And because the pronunciation changed, the spelling also changed. It went from X to a J. All right. In Nahuatl, we have that sound used as well. Sh. So what letter was used to represent it? The X. So X represents SH. So everyone, Xalixco, that's originally Jalisco. Xochitl, don't say Xochitl, don't say Chochi, it's Xochitl, right? Everyone, Xochitl? Okay, it's flower, plant, you know, something green. Not so, sho, right? Sho. Everyone, Xochitl. Again, Xochitl. No, not so, sho, X, SH, right? We should just spell it with an SH, right? Forget the X, please.
Can you say Shochi?
Shimal. No, that's chimal with a CH. That's chimal. That's another one.
That's sunflower, right?
Well, if you try chimalashochit,
Because I saw your dictionary.
yeah. Well, I try to say which one. I don't know which one to respond to. Chimal shochit, yeah. But specifically, so you understand how. Shochit is plant or flower, and chimali is a shield. So it looks like a shield, yeah. And chimalashochit is a character that appears in a codex called the Codex Boturini, one of the four Teomamaks who were guiding the Mexichtin during their migration. Yeah. Okay.
Is there any difference between CH or SH?
Yeah, there is a difference. Ch is what we call an affricate that, let me explain that to you. The consonant sounds, you know what they're called consonant sounds? Con means together, son, suenan juntas. That's when you have two parts of the mouth together producing a sound. So if you say something like my first name, Fermin, you're using the lips and the teeth. Together they sound Fermin, right? Now, in these kinds of sounds, sometimes you have partial blocking of the air like or s. Sometimes you have total blocking of the air like t, t. You have to start over. That t is called a stop. The other is called a continuant. T, s, t, stop, s, continuant. Now, sh is a continuant. Ch is what? Is more like a stop, right? It's a combination of stop and continuant. CH is ch, like a stop. Ch, 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 ch. The SH is a continuant. Shh. That makes sense? So, shochitl. I mean, those subtle differences, you know, it may not mean much to a lot of people, but we should be careful. Okay. Next one, shikamatl. Again, shikamatl? Okay. Una jicama, right? We use a lot of Nahuatl words in Spanish. I mean, you know, it's such a joy to me to hear people. I love to observe the way people speak. And you listen to Mexicans talk, use Spanish, and it's just full of Nahuatl words. It really is. It's just wonderful. It's beautiful. Next one. There is a sound that's very subtle that is described in 16th century sources. It's sometimes referred to as saltillo, like an aspiration. An aspiration is when it's breathy, like the English H, h, his, her, or like the Spanish J, right? H, h, jefe, jefe, like that. And sometimes it refers to a glottal stop. For example, in the word apple, apple, you stop the air, right? Ah. You don't say app, you say apple, or cooperate. So, and that normally was not represented in these early documents, but in the 20th century, some Nahuatl scholars began to use the H to represent that sound. So it's customary. Some people who write Nahuatl today don't use it at all. Some people use a J. In Veracruz, for example, I have friends who write Nahuatl. Roman Güemes Jimenez, for example, who's a short story writer in Nahuatl, he uses the J, not the H. So anyway, so think of this as an English H or a Spanish J, or even as a glottal stop. It's very subtle.
With Apple, you would put A-H?
Exactly, right. Or some people use an apostrophe, right? Yeah, apple, like that. Okay. So everyone, camote, un camote, right? How about the following? Tacli, father, Mexico. Now, in early documents, this is just spelled M-E-X-I-C-O. But the C-O doesn't occur after a vowel. It occurs always after a consonant. So you assume that the consonant sound that was there was that the one I'm referring to. Okay, miscellaneous. H is like a W. Everyone, Nahuatl. Q is like a K. Remember, we were using the Spanish system. Akin. Two L's is like two L's. Chili. Not chilli, right? And then IA generally is not a diphthong, but rather the I is pronounced separately from the A. So pia is to have or to guard. So everyone, Aztlán. How many of you have ever said Aztlán? Movimiento Estudiantil Chicano de Aztlán. I'm always arguing with the mestizos on campus. You know, if you're going to take the trouble, and if you claim to have so much pride in your indigenous heritage, you put the term in the name Mecha, you should at least pronounce it. You know, the way it's supposed to be pronounced, huh? Everyone, Teotihuacan, as opposed to what? Teotihuacan. Chapultepec, as opposed to what? Now, of course, if you go to Mexico City and you ask a taxi driver to take you to Chapultepec, yeah, the guy will probably turn around and correct you. Right? Se dice Chapultepec. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Next one, Coyotl. Of course, the Spanish is there. Zacatl. Papalotl, which now means what? Yeah, but what is it today? A kite, yeah. Xochimilco. Xochimilco, we were just talking about that. No, we were Xochicalco, perdón. Exotl. Ejote. Xacali. Un jacal. Ajmo. Now, a lot of people today will say amo, depending on where you are. ¿Me entiendes? In Milpa Alta, they're careful. They'll say ajmo. Right? But amo's fine. I'm not trying to say, well, this is the only way to say it. No. But the classical is ajmo. Yeah. No? Amoshli. Book. Ejecatl. Which is wind. Ahuacatl. Huexolotl. Huehuetl. Quetzalcoatl. Let's mispronounce it. Quetzalcoatl. Okay. Kiltik. Kemah. Again, most people say today kemah, right? Conversational. That's Cali. Moli. Tamali. Temachtia. Pishka. I guess you're all urbanites, right? City folk. I grew up in Oxnard. Rural.
Temachtia or Temachtia?
Temachtia. Temachtia.
Sounds like an accent.
I'm sorry?
Sounds like an accent on the I.
It is. Temachtia. Look at number 5D up there. Whenever you have IA, you separate the I from the A. I was saying I grew up in Oxnard picking in the fields, and when we picked in the fields, íbamos a la pizca. Have you heard that? Piscar? Yeah, pishka. Cocoya. I'm sorry, that does not mean to be afraid. That means to be sick. To be sick, to be ill, to feel pain. Have you heard of that? Tengo coco? Yeah, tengo coco. Tengo dolor, right? Okay, any questions so far?